Yeah, and that, from my perspective, and I'm sitting there and saying, and I've got my judiciary head on. Let's just say that, for instance. Let me tell you something. If you ever had a conversation with a judge who has an open mind, you have to look at it from one side. I will almost assuredly bet you that they can tell you whether someone, when you're standing there in front of them, whether or not your ass is lying. My language for the one asking that, but no problem. She understood the reference as to why. At any rate, I walk into your U.S. Attorney's office, hand them a note, basically telling you I want your evidentiary stacks. And I personally didn't hand it to them. There was a security guard on duty. Yeah. I don't know if it worked for the U.S. Attorney's office or not, this contract, so there ain't no telling. Absolutely, it was either areas of protection agency. Yeah, I know. If you didn't comprehend what it was that guy handed you, should have walked your little ass right on out the door, sat down, had a conversation. That's absolutely correct. But you didn't want to hand over what you had because you knew it I'd take you to task. And those physical items, damn sure should have never been in that office. Ever. Ever. You want to review those? It's an evidentiary place. There are some serious flaws in your evidentiary processes, which affects the judiciary and the system in such a way that I felt, to be quite honest with you, that you're a threat to national security of the United States. And ultimately, global security, because if the United States is on the table, well, are you following the thought process behind it? And when your officers think that they know a lot more than I do, whenever I've been trained the way I've been trained, in some aspects, yes, most, no. I'm not trying to be an asshole about it. I told you to come have a conversation. You choose not to. That's on you. But I'm charging you for my goddamn time. The Supreme Court's a different ballgame. I told them I didn't mind helping me. Why? Because y'all been kicking their ass in those what was that? Oh yeah, and I like to know if you're acting. They're federal employees, most of them. It was a retribution for their testimony going into Congress, whether or not you like it or not. They shouldn't be in fear of their job or their career based on what their answers are. And to be quite honest with you, I'd answer straight up, well, we caught you doing this and this and this, and that's the reason why. Because I guarantee we got some of that evidence also. You want to go down in that path, you're going to lose. Why you think you won't? I guarantee in combination, I can bring in 20 people, and they can say I'm crazy as hell. They don't know they're going to lie. You understand? Especially on that judgment day. It ain't going to last very long. Before you even thought it. That's how fast it got. Whoosh, gone. I act out of fear, I act out of honor.